For example, 2, we're just going to do 2b right now. We're going to do 2a after we do our unit circle activity, which we are going to be probably starting tomorrow. Tomorrow we're going to get our quizzes back. Going to go over what to expect on the test a little bit, get ready for our test. But over the next couple of days when we're doing lessons, so for sure on Monday, and maybe already starting tomorrow, you will need at least 4 different colors. You could have a red pen, black pen, blue pen, pencil. That would work. But if you have some colored pens, bring them along to class over the next couple of days. So we're going to do 2b right now. And 2b is interesting for a couple of things. First of all, there's no degree sign, so the 12 pi over 5 is in radians. First thing you have to learn how to do is how to change your calculator from radians to degrees. So if you have a graphing calculator or any other calculator, you're probably going to need to push a mode button or a settings button. And for me on my graphing calculator, I need to go to radians and make sure that that's highlighted. Now my calculator, whenever I type in an angle, will know that I mean radians rather than degrees. Because you could type this into your calculator. If you were in degrees, this would be cotangent of 12 pi over 5 degrees, which is different than 12 pi over 5 radians. Okay? Next, I want you to think about how you would type this in. Try it, because there is a lot of common mistakes that happen in this question. Please type it in and see if you get 0.3249. If you are unable to get that onto your calculator, then chances are there's something that we're missing. Now remember, there's no cotangent button on your calculator. Cotangent is related to tangent. It's the reciprocal. So off to the side here, I'm going to write a little reminder that cotangent is the reciprocal of tangent. So, most common mistake, calculators in degrees instead of radians. That'll get you a wrong answer. Second common mistake is that you type in the wrong numbers. If you type in the wrong numbers because you're misunderstanding something, your calculator will not tell you the right answer. Makes sense, you type in the wrong numbers, calculator tells you the wrong answer. Okay? What is the key to this one? Okay? The key to this one is understanding that according to the definition, that cotangent of theta is 1 over tangent of theta, this theta is the same thing. So cotangent of 12 pi over 5 is equal to 1 over, and this is what you would type into your calculator, 12 pi over 5. And we want to write a note here when you change to a reciprocal trig function, in other words, we change from cotangent to tangent, the angle never changes. This is confusing because of the following thing we saw last class. I'm going to point something out we did last class. Last class, we had a triangle. Let's say I have this triangle where this is 3, this is 4, this is 5, right angle triangle. This is theta. According to this triangle, tan of theta is opposite over adjacent would be 3 over 4. And cotangent theta is 4 over 3. That's what we did yesterday. Notice that we're still not changing the angle. The angle is still theta. But the ratio, the ratio or the answer, it gets flipped. So the number one common mistake here is students type in 5 over 12 pi instead of 12 pi over 5. Because they like to flip things with reciprocals, which is good. Some things get flipped, but angles never change. The definition of cotangent theta is 1 over tangent theta. The theta stays the same. So if I have cotangent 12 pi over 5, that's 1 over tangent of 12 pi over 5. And that I can type into my calculator. But when I have the ratios and I change the cotangent, then my ratio switches. So that's a very important thing to recognize the difference between. Because your brain, when they see a fraction inside of cotangent, you just want to flip things. It's like, oh, I'm going to flip something. And so it's so tempting that way. So that's why I wanted to make this special note at this time. So questions to circle on this one are 6 and 11.